introduce by yourself?
Yes. Do I look? My name is Matti. My pronouns are they, them. I am from Denmark and I am a teacher at IPC, at International People's College.
What class do you have?
Right now I have a class called Political Philosophy, where we learn about different thinkers, scholars, philosophers that have written or said things about power.
My favorite class.
And I also have a class called Global Challenges, where we go through different major challenges or events in the global world, and we look at why and how they happen and how they've affected us today. So things like capitalism, communism, socialism, and state and politics and wars and things like that. Yeah.
So wide.
Yeah, it's a very wide class. Yeah, it is, but it's very interesting.
Yes. So, first question. What is your favorite color and why?
Oh, what a wonderful question. I think my favorite, can I say two? I think it's green and orange.
Oh, why?
I think green is because there's so much green in nature, and it is such a calm color, which I really like. And then orange is like really fun and like really like here, you know. If something is orange, you notice it. Yeah, so I like orange for that.
Me too.
Yeah, nice. Oh yeah.
What did you love to do as a child?
I loved to read. I remember in my school there was a library, and at some point the librarian there said, you've read all our books. We don't have more books for you. You need to go to this other library in town because you've read all of them. It was a small library, but I'd read all of it. So I was really reading a lot. Reading a lot of fantasy and sci-fi. And then I also played a lot. Like we had a little river where I lived, and I would play there for hours and hours with my friends. Yeah, it was really nice. And then I did, when I got a bit older, I did a theater class in my spare time, and I also did lots of music and played guitar and sang, did singing lessons. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
What did you want to be when you were younger?
A rock star?
Oh.
I was singing. I had to be a singer. I wanted to be a rock star, and I wanted to be a marine biologist, because I think I saw some documentaries where they were diving in the water, and I wanted to also dive with all the fish. But then I failed biology in high school, so then it wasn't for me, the marine biology. I think that's it. It was mostly the music. I wanted to play music. Yeah.
I want to listen to your music.
Yes, I will send you.
Thank you. When you think of your education, how do you feel?
You mean my education that I've had? I think I feel somehow lucky. I was in a public school my whole life, and the public school back then in Denmark were quite good compared to now, I think. But I still got a very traditional education, or traditional for Danish, which is very different from traditional Japanese, right?
Yeah.
But I will still learn things that I have then later realized were not true.
Oh.
Right. in school. I was always top student, but I think some of the other students that were struggling more, they had a harder time because there wasn't a lot of help. So I did all right. In my high school, I felt more free, but I didn't get good grades then because I wanted to just play music and drink beer and smoke cigarettes and be with my friends.
Is it okay?
But I still managed. When I came to university, I think that was the first time when I found something that I started really caring about. Like all of the other stuff was like, I don't know, it was 4 exams and it was 4 grades and it was for your future. But it was only at university where I started to feel like now we're going so deep into the thing that all of a sudden I realized I had an opinion. I could think about this. I could disagree. And if I said I disagree, the professor would welcome that, as opposed to before when you just had to learn it. So for me, it was only at university where I started getting excited about learning. It was always just a duty. I was good at it. It was easy for me. But it was only at university when it started becoming like an exciting thing, where I felt it changed how I looked at the world instead of just confirming my worldview. Does that make sense? Yeah. So at university level, it became a really good thing for me. Yeah.
So in your class, so I enjoyed that one. So we have so many talks in the class, so we can affect each other, right? I think it's very good to learn and to study in your class, like in university level, I thought.
Yeah, it is. I think it is probably the most like traditionally academic class at IPC, this political philosophy. Yeah, which is also why it's hard for some students. Why I say in the beginning, this is a hard class, but it's worth it. Just push through, yeah.
I enjoy it.
Good. I'm glad. I'm happy. I also enjoyed.
Thank you.
I did a lot.
How do you think people should feel in a classroom?
Safe.
That's all.
They should feel safe. They should feel safe to be late, safe to be quiet, safe to speak a lot, safe to not speak. They should just feel like they are safe here, and they can say things. And if people disagree, we can hold that disagreement. It's not wrong to disagree. It's not dangerous to disagree. So I want the classroom to be safe, and I want the classroom to be a critical space where we expand what we thought were right, or what we have learned about the world. We can think critically about that instead of just taking it for granted. We can question things. Why are things like that? Okay, we learn it's just the way things are, but why? It's not just why. There are reasons, and that's what I want someone to feel safe in the classroom, because if you feel safe, you can learn, and then I want them to feel so safe that they can start using their minds and think critically and use their own stories and their own selves to think about their world, right? That's the utopic classroom for me.
You could have that one.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is the point of education?
There's a lot of points of education, and I think for me it's different than for you, or you know, like we're very different teachers here. For me, it's making someone angry so that they'll go out and change the world. That's the point for me, is to give them the tools to see injustices, to recognize injustices, and to work to make the world more just and equal. So it's again about critical thinking. Yeah, it's again about like questioning who has the power and why, and having the confidence to speak out and make that question, right? Yeah, to feel like you have a voice and that it matters that you say, I disagree, or I think this is unfair.
But in reality, so it's so difficult.
Sorry?
In reality, it's so difficult to have confidence or to speak out over loud.
But there are many ways of doing that. It doesn't have to be, speaking out at the dinner table or going to your boss and saying this is not okay. It can also be writing, or like writing letters, or joining a protest, or raising children in a way where they learn there are many ways where we can affect the world. Also for people who don't want to stand in the front and shout, there are many ways that we can sit and have a beer with a friend who says something, and you can say, why do you think that? Right? That's also changing things. So it's in all layers of society or of life, in all the different layers.
I forgot.
You did this one.
Sorry.
So this one.
What makes your heart sing? What makes your heart happy?
Oh. My students. Especially these days when we say goodbye and you can feel all the love. And to be part of that makes me very happy. My family makes me very happy. And my friends, good food, good books, nice weather, camping and swimming and having late night conversations about how fucked up the world is with a glass of wine and a cigarette. I think those are the main things. A cup of tea in the morning, many things. I want to ask you the same question.
I got an interview with Felicity before, so please see that YouTube.
Okay, I will.
I forgot what I said.
Okay.
Please.
I will.
How has IPC changed, affected you?
Oi. So,
yes.
I think it's hard being a teacher. It's hard work. We work a lot, and we do a lot of things. We have a lot of different tasks. So sometimes the day is just teaching, and then talking to a student who's struggling, and then carrying tables from one classroom to the other, and then there's so many things. But I think for me, it's also the first and only job I've had where I feel like I can be myself, and where actually I have to be myself. It doesn't work if we are putting on our professional hat and the tie, and then we go to work and then we come back. We have to be here with everything that we are, and so I think that has been really a liberation for me. Has been to feel like I can be here and I can just be me, and it's actually enough. It's good enough. And then it's hard to explain in words how much it affects someone to meet that many inspiring people. Every term I get surprised at how amazing people are and humans. And it sounds very soppy now, and it's not like me. I'm not a soppy person, but it is true. It's true. And so that's hard to explain. I think I just feel so inspired and hopeful. And I was such a pessimist. I was like, the world is coming to an end. It's going to burn. The billionaires are going to own everything and go to Mars, and the rest of us are going to just drown. And I think now I feel some hope, you know, that things can change, because I see who exists in this world, you know. Yeah. So it's made me hopeful. I never thought it was possible.
Really?
Yeah, but I've become hopeful again. Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
So today was